Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. It's been a while since I had a little bit of a truck chat with you guys, and I've been laying off of interacting on social media over the holidays here, and I figured it's time to get back into it now and wanted to have a discussion with you guys and let everybody know sort of what's going on in my neck of the woods and some of the things that I've been seeing. And for anybody that's new to my channel that doesn't know, I live in rural Michigan and got some pretty tight circle of friends and different people that I interact with that I get information from and stuff. And then I add that into my own observations, and thought it was time to share a few things with you guys here. Now, the first thing that I want to mention is gas prices. And gas prices are low here right now, what I consider to be low. Now, I did mention this in a video several weeks back where I was sort of talking about deflationary cycles and stuff, but gas prices by us have been between 280 and 250 a gallon, which for this time of year with everybody traveling stuff for the holidays, I think is particularly low. And they continue to go down. I mean, the price now is even lower than what it was when I did that video there several weeks back. And that's sort of the first thing. And with all the potential conflict and stuff going on in the Middle East, I find it particularly odd that those gas prices really haven't reflected the current state of conflict in that part of the world. Another thing that's been sort of going on since October, and I did sort of a video on this back then too, mentioning it because that was sort of the first I heard of it. But I know a lot of people that work in a lot of different industries and stuff, and there's been a lot of emails and stuff that have been going out to people that are sort of the worded like, well, you're not going to get this particular product, or you're not going to get this particular part because there's been a unplanned disruption in this system, or there has been a unforeseen problem in this part of the distribution network, or it's always worded that way. It's an unplanned outage. It's an unplanned disruption. It's an unscheduled event. It's a unforeseen issue. It's always worded like that. And these things seem to have increased in the last 60 days or so. And I feel there's a lot of stuff that are going on behind the scenes that we aren't being told what's going on. And I think that they're really curtailing information right now, and they're not letting information get out. They always do, but I think it's even more so now, especially in the last couple of months, than what it has been. I'm gonna give you another example of this. This is something that I just found out in the last 24 hours here, that the Secretary of Defense has been in the hospital, and they had some type of press release on Friday night over that. And bad news always comes out on Friday. They always release the bad information on Friday. And I thought it was particularly interesting that they didn't release that information that he was sick or whatever's wrong with him. They really didn't release what is wrong with him, other than that he's been hospitalized for several days already. I find that odd. I just find that odd that wasn't put out, and they let that go several days before they made some type of announcement on that. And again, it falls back into that. I believe that information right now is really being curtailed and kind of throttled, I guess. I guess that'd be maybe the technical term for it. And wanted to mention those things. And the economy by us here, I can definitely see where it's slowing down. There's not as much, traffic in the stores. There hasn't been, I know a lot of people where their industries are sort of slowing down. There's even been talks of layoffs, which you haven't really heard that in a couple of years. Things are just sort of slowing down. And another thing that you're really not hearing that when you're watching any news or anything like that, but just sort of the things that I've seen. And for us personally, we got our medical stuff taken care of as much as we possibly could last year, because all our deductibles and stuff were met. My wife had surgery. I had all my tests for my problems that I had, and we got as much stuff done as we possibly could, which was good for us. And we took a little time in December. We shored up our pantry quite a bit. We shored up our freezer. We're pretty much in good shape, just waiting for spring to come around so we can get our garden back in and stuff. And just kind of watching sales. And 2 or 3 different places that I get stuff from, they're basically all small neighborhood markets, more or less. And I've noticed that there really hasn't been any sales in the last 3 weeks either. Things are very high in price, and I haven't seen where prices for us locally here, I haven't seen where prices have come down really on anything. I know a couple of different people that went out and bought vehicles, and I mean, a couple of these vehicles that these people I know bought, they were almost twice the price of what we paid for our house. So the price of vehicles is just astronomical right now. And I don't see for us here where prices are subsiding, at least in my part of the country. But I wanted to have a little conversation with you guys and kind of let you know what was going on in my neck of the woods. I personally feel that we're basically not being told what's going on right now. And there are a lot of potential places where there could be problems that are going to erupt. And when it comes to information online, whenever you're looking at information online, try to verify that by a couple of different sources, because that's another thing that I've noticed here in the last couple of weeks when I've been looking at stuff. I've seen where information hasn't been jiving from one source to the next. There's quite a bit of discrepancies in between the information that's coming out too. So that's another thing. Take everything with a grain of salt until you can, verify it. Otherwise, the old saying goes, trust but verify. So there's another little bit of information for you. And one other thing I want to mention, this is kind of off that subject. I've had a lot of people come onto the channel here in the last couple of weeks. Got a lot of new subscribers, and I've had a lot of people asking me questions on different topics and different videos, and pretty much all of those I have already done a video on the topics that they were asking about. I have a pretty extensive playlist group, and I have my playlists broken down in stuff like prepping, the old time stories and lore, gardening, canning, sausage making. I have a bunch of different playlists on those topics and those particular subjects. So if there's a subject or a topic that you're interested in, or you maybe have a question on, check my playlist. I might already have something out there that could answer your questions or help out. And I wanted to mention that for all the new people that have come on here in the last few weeks as well. I've been making videos for quite a while now, and I try to keep everything as short and practical as possible so people can add that stuff to their toolbox. But anyway, just wanted to touch base with you guys here, have a little conversation, let you know how things have been in my particular neck of the woods here in rural Michigan. Appreciate all my subscribers out there. I want to say welcome to all the new subscribers that are out there, and appreciate you guys, and hope you got a little information, some things to think about here out of this particular video, and you guys have a good one.